Hi, everyone. We're here on another Wednesday, and this week we're talking about AWMO. So he was a professor, he was a German professor, and even though he wasn't African American, he is still representing our celebration of Black History Month, and that we're focusing in on many different, not just people, but even themes that a lot of times are covered during this particular time of year. So I used AW for a couple of reasons, mainly because that was kind of what I was guided to do with the cards. But as the week goes on, I've actually been reading a book that's Think and Grow Rich, the Black Choice. And many of the names throughout the book abbreviate the first two names with initials. But then also, I realized that Anton Wilhelm, which is a name that I found originally, is just one of the names that he used. Apparently, he used another. I don't remember. But yeah, so AW reflects really well not just his life and the way that he managed his name, or even other people might have managed his name, and then also some of the topics that are being covered this week in the book that I'm reading. So, of course, Valentine's Day is also at the end of the week. It's coming up pretty shortly. And Black men specifically, a lot of times don't get enough love. So I think, of course, I didn't plan everything this way, but I think it's been a really good way to acknowledge different things that are going on this time of year. I personally, growing up, a lot of times when it was Black History Month, I was a little apprehensive because I think having just a month, having it be the shortest month, sometimes can be bittersweet. So I like acknowledging Black History Month, but making sure that I am ready to acknowledge Black history throughout the rest of the year, and also intertwining just history in general and how Black history and history is Black history. Like it really can't be separated. And it's also the Winter Olympics, and I've been figuring out how to balance everything, not necessarily juggle, but just kind of balance everything. And the Winter Olympics do go for quite a bit of time. So I wanted to make sure that that maybe came up a little bit later. But I think this week we can start introducing it by talking a little bit about Italy, or including a couple of locations in Italy if we can in the itineraries this week. So that's our challenge. And I think those are all of the things that I wanted to talk about. So let's get started. We'll start with a trivia quiz like we normally do. I haven't searched one ahead of time, but I'm wondering if we can find one that's focused around philosophy or the history of philosophy in Germany, because that's where Mr. Ammo, Mr. Amo was a professor. So again, I am just briefly studying this individual, this person, and surrounding themes, retracing his steps without having a huge depth of knowledge about the man or taking a whole lot of time to research his life. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and I have one more thing to say. Today's trivia question was about the Berlin Wall. And last week, I started doing the puns with the theme of the week. And I think I'll have to start preparing much earlier. Last week, I was able to kind of work something out with Alexis Arquette's name. And so today I was preparing for what I'm going to do with the name of the week. And luckily, because I did AW, I think there's hope. But I'm feeling very challenged by the idea of putting names into the descriptions with the Friday posts this year. But anyway, let's see if we can find a free trivia quiz about philosophy in Germany. A history of philosophy in Germany. Free. So should I do more so Black history in Germany? Getting a no on that. Let's see what we find, and then maybe we'll switch it up. Oh, I didn't say trivia or quiz. Let's get trivia spelled correctly. Fun trivia, hardest timeline of philosophy trivia quiz. German history, Hegel philosophy trivia quiz. Did I just do the hardest timeline of philosophy? No, let's do history of Black people, Black philosophers free quiz. Mm. All right, let's go to history of philosophy in Germany quiz. German historical thinkers. Let's do that one. Oh, hold on. Famous German philosophers quiz. Some better. Yes. All right. I like Sporkle. I keep forgetting about Sporkle. All right. So this one, name the most famous. Sometimes I'm supposed to type in the names. Are they at the bottom or something? There are list. Yeah. Let's just play the quiz. Maybe we'll learn. And then play the quiz. Oh, I can't. Okay. Let's just try. Yeah, I have no idea. What happens if I say surrender? Yeah, I feel like Oracle is super challenging every time I come on here. I should have been able to get a few of these. Let's find another quiz. No, I'm saying I should. I don't think I would have. But Introduction to the Philosophy of History. Ultimate German History Quiz. German History. German Idealism Overview and Philosophers. Take quick interactive quiz on the concepts in German Idealism Overview and Philosophers. All right, we'll do this one. It's a very short quiz. When did Germany idealism first form? I'm going to think, I think it's the 18th century. What was the German idealist movement in response to? The pantheistic movement, the French Revolution, the dissolution of the Holy Roman Empire, the formation of Italy. For funsies, let's try the formation of Italy. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's the worksheet. Okay, never mind. Let's hit next. We're running into a bunch of challenges today. Let's try another quiz. German history quiz, free interactive quiz. German philosophy free quiz. I just have too many questions here. Let's say German philosophy free quiz. Okay, let's try this one. Learn, outlive. All right, here we go. German philosophy quiz. Welcome to the realm of intellectual exploration. Are you ready to embark on a mind-bending journey into the depths of German philosophy? In this quiz, we will dive into the fascinating world of influential German philosophers and their groundbreaking ideas. From Kant to Nietzsche, Hegel to Heidegger, prepare to challenge your mental agility and discover the profound insights that have shaped our understanding of the human condition. So put on your thinking cap and let's unravel the mysteries of German philosophy together. Are you up for the challenge? Let's find out. Which German philosopher was known to take daily walks that lasted for hours, during which he would contemplate and develop his ideas? I'm going to go for Kant. Who is considered the founder of German idealism? Okay, I'm going to change my answer here, go to Arthur, and then I'm going to go here for Kant. 3. Which German philosopher and mathematician invented a mechanical calculator, which he called the step reckoner, and made significant contributions to the development of calculus? I don't think it's Nietzsche. I think it's this guy. It's probably Kant, but whatever. I don't know. Sorry. What is the term coined by Martin Heidegger to describe the fundamental mode of human existence? Sane. Which German philosopher was known for his pessimistic outlook on life and is often considered the philosopher of pessimism? Oh, it's definitely Nietzsche. Sorry. Yeah. Which influential German philosopher is best known for his critique of traditional metaphysics and his development of the concept of transcendental idealism? I'm going to go for Kant again. Which German philosopher, known for his book Being and Time, had a controversial association with the Nazi Party, which has led to ongoing debates about the relationship between his philosophy and his political affiliations? Heidegger? According to Immanuel Kant's moral philosophy, what is the fundamental principle of morality, which states that one should act only on the basis of a rule that could be universally applied? The category dialectical materialism. I think it's categorical imperative. Which German philosopher is known for his extensive critique of the philosophical system of G.W.F. Hegel and his development of a materialist theory of history and society called historical materialism? In Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy, what is the term that suggests that all events in the universe, including the lives of individuals, will repeat themselves infinitely? I think it's absolute something. Which German philosopher, known as the founder of phenomenology, wrote the influential work Logical Investigations and introduced the concept of bracketing or phenomenological reduction? I don't know. Which German philosopher is known for his dialectical approach to understanding history and the development of ideas, often described as thesis, antithesis, synthesis process? I have no idea. Which German philosopher and sociologist famously wrote about the link between the rise of capitalism and the Protestant Reformation? I'm pretty sure that's that guy. Do I get to know? I have to check all my answers. Tweet your score, start again, more German quizzes. All right, that's not terrible. Let's see, what about this one? Ooh, yes, Mr. Weber. Weber's book, The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism, is also often seen as a critique of Marx's historical materialism, contrary to Marx, who argued that all human institutions, including religion, are built on economic foundations. Weber showed how religion can spur economic changes into existence. All right, we have 5 minutes to go through the answers. Which German philosopher? Ooh, try again. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. Ooh, I like these quizzes. Which German philosopher, known as the founder of phenomenology, wrote the influential work Logical Investigations? This method involves setting aside one's preconceptions and focusing on the essential structures of consciousness and experience. Husserl. I don't know, is it right? No. Categorical imperative. No, eternal return. I mean, it is the best description of the philosophy, but it just seemed like too obvious. Okay. Eternal return. Nietzsche. Which German philosopher is known for his extensive critique of the philosophical system? I don't know. Yay. A lot of these are informed guesses, regarding information that I've forgotten. Which German philosopher is known for his extensive critique? Kant, categorical imperative. Okay, that one just sounds like categories. Just a guess. Idealism. Now this one I think was because Kant is and was the top name listed for German philosophy, and that's a pretty big concept. Which German philosopher was known for his pessimistic outlook? Yeah. I was confident about this one because Nietzsche talks a lot about psychology, doesn't he? What is the term coined by Martin Heidegger? No. Nope. Dasein. Okay. Leibniz. It's a popular math name. But the thing about this guy is that apparently, because I think I read about this guy not that long ago in my calculus book. Apparently, people took a lot of his ideas or something like that. Or was he listed for taking people's ideas? There's something about some family that became criticized for anyway, this guy, I've seen the name before in a math book. Who is considered the founder of German idealism? No. Mhm. All right. It was my original answer. Oh, I love the confetti. I'm a big fan of the confetti. I don't get tired of the confetti. It's great. Hmm. So my first guess was the correct one. Great. So we're into the second half. Let's go ahead and start with the itineraries. From here, we'll have to go into my teacher email. And then we'll open up the document. I think I've already made the document for AW. Yep. Hmm. Right. So I don't think I even mentioned, I kind of started talking about it. I don't want to go into too much detail about it because I don't want to reveal what I plan on writing up for Friday. But of course, Spanish comes up sometimes in the posts, and amar, the verb amar, right? To love in Spanish. So amos, I love. So that was another very good connection and might be something to look for this week in addition to Italy. Let's find something romantic to do in Italy. I'm not sure how to cover all of this. The opening ceremony was last week. Anyway, romantic tourist attractions in Italy. Italy offers numerous iconic romantic destinations with Venice gondola rides. There was a gondola event listed in the Christmas itineraries or around the Christmas time. Ooh, Tuscany. There is something about Tuscany and dramas and rom-coms and things like that. What is it about Tuscany and romance? Tuscany offers incredibly romantic experiences, highlighted by sunset views from Florence's Piazza. I don't know much about the space, but couples can enjoy boat rides, thermal baths, or wandering the ancient walls of Lucca. Okay, maybe we'll do the historic bridge. Let's do it this way. I'm going to focus on different cities, popular cities in Italy. And we'll do one romantic destination for each. So we have Tuscany. Top romantic cities. Uh, Now hold on. Let me just make sure. Winter Olympics. 2026 are in fact in Italy, right? Cortina is Italy. Yes. All right. So we definitely must include Cortina. Remember, I didn't see it listed. It's not listed here. So great. 1, 2, 3, 4, Verona, Venice, Rome. I think Rome, being capital. I'm going to leave out Rome. Let's do Venice. Venice is known for being super romantic. How are we going to have romantic spots and not include actual Rome? Hmm. Tuscany. Tuscany is not listed here. And I wasn't attached to anything listed in Tuscany. So maybe I can just remove Tuscany, keep Cortina. We can have Rome, Venice. They're cliche, but I think that's good. I think it's good to make it clear that we're thinking romance here. So Florence. And then what was the other one? Verona. Verona. Cool. Romantic getaway. The most romantic getaway in Rome, Italy. Get a what? A Vespa tour through the heart of Rome. Yeah, we've got a Vespa tour. Let's find Vespa tour, Rome, Italy. Vespa just doesn't come across as the most romantic for me. Even though I know I would really enjoy a Vespa tour. I think there might be something. Well, if you share a Vespa, that's very romantic, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Shared Vespa tour. Rome by Vespa. There we go. Rome by Vespa. Um, my Vespa tours. It just isn't coming across very romantic for me. Vespa's sidecar tour. Very fun, very top of the list for things to do, but it's not giving romance. I don't know. Maybe I should just, oh yeah, the sidecar. Okay. A unique alternative to any other city tour. Immerse your senses in a 360-degree experience as you travel through time and space, as if you were in a classic film, moving from one breathtaking location to another. Once on board, leave all your worries behind and let your guide take you on an unforgettable journey. Rome's most beautiful sights, visit important monuments, 12 beauties in 12 miles. All right, this is the one that I'm going to include. Sidecar, Vespa's sidecar tour. Private tours. I guess I can figure this part out later. Aw. Sit back, relax, and fall in love with Rome. Great. Can two people fit in a sidecar? It doesn't matter. Sidecar tour. Vespa. Okay. Romantic experiences in Cortina, Italy. Let me go ahead and copy this. Sidecar tour. Not a very original thing to search, but it's fine. Best romantic tourist attractions in Cortina, Italy. Romantic attractions in Cortina de Ampezzo, Italy, focus on the breathtaking, intimate scenery of the Dolomites, including the scenic Lake Misurina, Pearl of the Dolomites, and the dramatic Cinquetori rock formations. Couples can enjoy romantic wildflower-filled hikes. Ooh. All right, let's go for romantic hike in Cortina, Italy. Romantic easy hikes in Cortina itinerary planner. So, oh no. I think I thought that was going to be a little bit different than that. So I don't see a company that leads tours. Is this a company? With a guide, about, contact. With a guide. Let's see. Daily hikes. I think that's what we're looking for. Okay. Not finding a guide service, so I'm going to look for something a little bit different. Maybe just a romantic dinner. Ooh, best restaurant with best views. Everyone keeps, or all the different sites are listing Tivoli. I'm guessing that sort of a place requires a reservation. Oof, yes. Reservations required. All right. Tivoli restaurant. So we have a sidecar tour, a restaurant. Ooh. So we should probably do Venice wine tasting. No? Venice, I don't know. Romantic Maybe like a theater. Um, Calendar of events. Well, this sounds really good. Palazzetto Bruzzane. I know that sounds very much like I don't speak Italian. All right. Great. This is lovely. So music is very good because it doesn't require as much of speaking the language, and it's opera, which is cool. So Florence. Oh, things to do in Florence, Italy. Okay, get your guide. All right. So I'm going to put this on the list of sources. Okay. In addition to whatever I choose. Romantic things to do. Oh, so this is Florence. Get the best couple photos, the private photo session. That's nice. That's really nice. I like that. Mhm. Well, yes, I think the private photo shoot is the best. Thanks. private photo session. And then maybe we can find one last thing to do in Verona. Something a little bit different. Most romantic. Okay, wine tasting. Wine tasting in Verona, Italy. And that's it. Wine tours. With wine tour. Just do a wine tour. All right, and that's it. So we'll get a little bit more details about these things and post the itineraries for Friday. I also need to post a picture. Start posting pictures on Wednesdays. All right, so with that, until next reach out, keep it loud.